All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Monday's Critique. I am very, very, very excited to be back. As some of you know, as hopefully you guys know, I was out for the last 2 weeks. I had a daughter. I had a baby girl, my second child. She's behind me sleeping on the bed. And so if I have to get up and bounce over, that is why I did that. So, but I want to thank everyone who reached out to congratulate me. All your guys' support was incredible, and I'm so grateful for the Academy of Animated Art community that we have here and just how amazing all of you are. So thank you for that. Second, I wanted to send a special thanks to Francesco Giraldini. Francesco is an old friend who is a lighting lead at DreamWorks Animation, and he has been helping us out the last couple weeks by providing you all of our students with the daily critiques. And his work is incredible. He has an amazing eye. I hope that you all found the time with him beneficial. Not too much because I'm back now. No, I'm just kidding. But Francesco, you are an amazing human being. We appreciate the work that you did and the person that you are. So thank you for that. Going forward, I'm going to try doing this. So I had some time to think about, because we wanted to connect with you all via live as well, and just kind of give you some lighting critique stuff. So what we're doing is I'm going to be showing you some of the student critiques that we're going to be doing. And so maybe like twice a week I'll go live with these, and just because I make these recordings Monday through Friday for our students, and I figured I would just go live while I'm recording them so that you all can see the progress as well. So as you can see, we have a handful of different images here. We have Abhishek has an update. Let's see, we'll show you. Here is his reference and the image that he created as a result of that. This is Adam. He is our monthly lighting challenge in our asset library this month. Ashley has an update to hers. She was taking our very simple ball man creature and trying to match this lighting. And this is an update to her previous version there. Hisham was a really nice night campfire scene that he's been working on. This is a paint over that Francesco did. And then Jules is a new student who, this is a shot from Big Hero 6. And we're just going to talk about that because our first assignment is just finding an image that you found inspirational, and to talk about the 3 major whys of lighting, which are directing the viewer's eye, creating mood, and sculpting visual shaping into a scene. So actually, we'll just go ahead and start here. So this is a great scene. Jules in the comments mentioned how this is the first time that they're really making connection. It's a really powerful scene. It's like the composition of it is very much like 2 things coming together. It's like straight from the side, and there's my daughter. Hold on. All right, bring her into this mix here. Hi, everybody. This is Charlie. She is 2 weeks old, and tried to get her in line before this. I gave her a bath, fed her, and I thought she would be able to sleep, but I am mistaken. Okay, so as I was saying, this is a classic composition for like 2 hero characters coming together, because they're side by side. They are taking up opposite sides, and it's like they're melding in the middle. Now it's interesting, the layout of this shot, because we've got Big Hero 6 here with he's got kind of a greenish and magenta tones, and then what they did was they put this like warmer background to get his cooler tones to pop forward, and that's all fine. We've got a little bit of a rim light around him, but then our main character here, his skin tone matches this background a little bit. So what they did is, if you notice, like on his hand, because his hand could easily have gotten lost in here, is they hit the hand extra hard with a lot of rim light, and that's something that is going to help distinguish it from the background. Because otherwise, like this hand gesture of them like coming together and fist bumping is the main thing of this shot. So we really, really want to read the hand. So I love what they did there. And then you could just see like lots of shaping coming across his shirt here, even on this very flat background, which is very difficult to light. You can, even though you don't see the light sources, you can feel these 2 pockets of light and then the fall off of the light coming down. So you definitely feel like they're kind of overhead. So that is a very cool thing there. And then, okay, so now I want to talk about Abhishek's character lighting here. So some things that I'm really liking are just the shaping that you've got coming across his face there. I think that's really nice. You know, you can see the light to dark fall off. We've got a little bit of light squirting through here. We've got a little bit of like a rim light type of a situation coming through his hair. And then a good classic 3-point lighting thing. Key light, some fill, and then a rim light on the opposite side of the key light. So one of the things that I strongly encourage you to do when character lighting is to never light over black. It seems very straightforward. It seems fine, but in all honesty, it can lead to a lot of problems. And like one of them is that you'll have like these black bits in his hair. Like this is very, very dark. And until you put it over an environment, you don't recognize it, how kind of wrong it feels, because it's okay over black because it kind of matches into that. But if you have it over an environment, it'll really stand out. So you definitely want to make sure that what we're seeing like in here is actually the background and not his hair going super black. So make sure you just, even if it's just like a still, even if you just take this and put it over that would be totally fine. In terms of some of the other lighting things, I think the color on the skin is looking really nice in here. The one area that I want to question is right here. That's almost looking like greenish in a way on the skin, and it's very interesting how different that color is from the rest of it. In terms of the light coming in on his clothing there, that's looking good. I think his shirt can get a touch brighter, like just a touch brighter on the whites there. It would be nice to get some, let's take a look at this. It's hard to tell because this is a JPEG, like a low res thing, but there is some specularity in her skin on this fill side, and it would be really nice to get a little bit more of the specularity in there. Watch out for this dark shape around his nose there. I'm not quite sure what's happening there. There might be some penetration going on, but all in all, I feel like that's working pretty well. And then for the hair, it's strange. It's almost there's like the light source is getting inside of it here, when really it should be coming in from behind, and then just kind of hitting up and rimming the edge. So it's odd that like if you just look at just this hair follicle here, this hair chunk there, like we're seeing light come up there and not around the edge. And then the other last thing is, with this much amount of light coming in through the front, we're not going to quite see that much subsurface scattering on the ear. It's okay to have a little, like to make it cool, but you don't want to go quite that strong with it. All right, so now moving on to Ashley and this shot here with this character. So the notes with this one were like, this is looking nice. You're getting the overall feel of this in the right spot. But the one thing that we were missing is getting a dark over light read, which is the character dark over a lighter background. And I think that you did some of that well. You were able to adjust some of that, but we lost some of the qualities that made it nice in the original. My daughter fell back asleep, so I'm going to put her down just so I can use both hands here. Hold on. Okay, let's see how long that lasts. So let's go ahead and copy this over. So we've got this, and one of the things that we really lost was this nice kind of bright edge going around here. So I would like if we could just kind of keep that while getting some of this darkness in the middle. That would be really, really beneficial. And then in terms of the brightness there on the background, I think we can go a little bit more. And I feel like it's gotten a little bit too warm. Like I know he's a warm toned guy, but it really is like when we go quite, it's almost like he's colored orange and not like warm. Does that make sense? I want it to feel a little bit more natural on the hero color there. So I want to just kind of lift out some of those. And then the other thing to watch out for is, and you clean this up on the shoes already, so let me go ahead and just take that out. Sorry. So just keeping that, and then just getting some darkness in there, which looks nice. And then the shadow on the ground there. So I think a nice combination of the two would be the most beneficial. Make that a little brighter around the edge there. And then, you know, eventually you'll learn how to do like this color bleed over the top. That'll be a nice compositing trick that we'll learn in the compositing class. And we can work on that later. And it's just, let me see. Yeah, I mean, if the character had hair, it would be nice to get like these kind of red specks, like coming in the side here, just like the pure reds. I guess you got it on the shoes there. I think that's working pretty well. It would just be nice as if we could isolate it, because right now the red is happening kind of everywhere. It would be nice if we could just isolate it kind of to the rims, just like the speck hits coming in the side. But I think that's overall looking pretty good. Let's check this reference one more time. Yeah, I guess it would be a little bit more darkness in this side of it too. Would be the most beneficial. But yeah, I think that's working out well. All right. So last but not least, we've got Hisham with this really cool. Again, this was the previous version on the left. This was a paint over that Francesco did. We've got your updates here, so it's coming along really well, looking great. A couple things to point out when I was looking through this, and this is a total choice on your part, but you may want to. It looks like there's a little bit more value painted in this foreground just to get a little bit of rim on this stuff. You may want to look into doing that. Additionally, you may want to darken the chair itself in here so that our little knitted monster can pop out a little bit more against that background. Like maybe make the knitted monster a little brighter, background a little darker, similar to what we're seeing here in this paint over section right in there. And then the last thing is just that this volumetric light on the window, it doesn't look like it's coming through the window. Like you can see it here, it's coming in up above it and not in it. So I would really just try and work. Actually, it's more around this top here. Just make sure it's not coming in past that line. So it really feels like it's coming in through the window. And the last note that I have for you is I would plug in some of this. When I say plug in, do you see how like you can see through the door and like there's some value out there? I would just make that darker, because what's happening is it's creating contrast in here, a brighter element and a darker element, and my eye's getting drawn over that way. And really, I want to stick right in here in the middle. I don't want to be distracted over that way. But yeah, I think that's it. As we are going forward, I will continue to update these and take a look. So if you all have any questions, make sure to add them in the comments below, and I will make sure to do that. Make sure to get to those. So again, great to be back. Francesco, thank you again. Take a look at the asset library. We've got the monthly lighting challenge, and I will talk to you all very soon. All right, take care, everyone. Have a good day.